Okay, it is January the 2nd, 2012. And this is little Ochi. Little Ochi is 3 months old and 1 day, which means that you're 1 day too late for your treadmill training. First time on the treadmill. Let's go, Ochi. Come on. There you go. Good job. So first we're going to start with ever so much motivation. Good girl. Now we have a martingale collar on her. So what we're going to do is put it on the dead ring. Because the last thing we want is any kind of compulsion on the treadmill. Good girl. We always start with lots of praise and treats. Good girl. Before we even think about turning the treadmill on. Good job. Good job. We start with treats and we end with treats. Right, good girls? Good girl. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the leash around the handle. I'm going to hold the handle with my left. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on the lowest speed. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is stop this treadmill if she is struggling, because I do not want to reward that. Hey, I'm going to block her on this side. Here we go. First day of the day. Good. Walk. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. This is not unusual. Good girl. Walk. 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 Good. Walk. It looks worse than it is. Walk. And what I'm looking for is a few steps. Good, walk. Good girl. Walk. Yes. Good girl. And as you can see, she's taking these treats, so she's not terribly stressed. Good girl. Good girl. You can hear Jessie in the background squealing because she wants to get on her treadmill. Ready to go again? Let's go. Let's go, girl. Walk. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. Good job. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, walk. Come on. Good girl. And I wish I had a third hand. If I had a third hand, I'd be able to turn it off while she's walking. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Walk. Good girl. And I'm going to turn it off. Good girl. Nice. Nice. Yes. One more shot. Okay? And we're going to call it a day. This is a lot of work for you. Ready? Let's go walk. Good. Good walk. Good job. Yes. Come on. Come on, Ochi. Come on, good girl. Come on, take it. Good girl. She's getting the idea. It's a little hard for the first time. Ochi. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. Good girl. Come on, walk. Yes. Walk. Yeah. Come on, girl. And good girl. She will be a treadmill dog. Oh yes, she will. The first time is always difficult. And we'll walk her off just as quietly as we put her off. Let's go, good girl. Yes, good job. And to see if she's a little nervous about it, no. No freebies. Come on, Ochi. Let's go. Come on. Yay, good girl. I want to continue to treat her on that treadmill so she has no phobias with it. And you remember January the 2nd, 2012 is your first day on the treadmill, good girls. So let's go. And we'll call it a day. And seat. Yes. Good girl, Ochi. Okay, Ochi. This is our 5th treadmill session. And the date today is January the 11th. And if I can ever get this in, oh dear. It's because we have to put it on the dead ring on the martingale. There we go. Good stuff, Ochi. Let's go, girl. She's still not crazy about it. Let's go. Yes. Good job. I know, sweetheart. How's that? Oh, that's a good treat. Yes, good girl. All right, good girls. Let's see how you will do today. Once again, we'll wrap the leash around the handle. And we'll just start her off on a slow speed. Come on, let's go. Good job. Yay! You're getting better. Good job. Walk, Ochi. Good. There's nothing like a Malinois drive. Tail's going when she's walking. Walk. Good. Walk. Good girl, Ochi. I think she's looking around, so I think we need to increase the speed of this treadmill because it's kind of boring for her. There you go. Gives her a little bit more to think about when she's walking. If I can get her to walk a few more steps. Walk, Ochi. Good girl. Stop right there for a second. Good job, Ochi. Yes. Good girl. That was really good, good girl. Excellent. We're going to do it again. Good girl, Ochi. Good. Good. Now we're going to see if we can keep her going for about a minute. Good stuff. She's still trying, of course, to get off the side. She's looking for ways to get off it. But trust me when I say that eventually, this dog will run to the treadmill because it'll give her opportunity to get treats, good stuff, walk, play. Good girl. Closing in on a minute. Wait. Walk, Ochi. Good girl. Walk. And I'm going to kill it as soon as I get a good walk out of her. Good. Right there. Sit. Good job, Ochi. And most importantly, when we leave the treadmill, I do not want her pulling off, running off. I want her walking off calmly. If I can deploy her leash, that'll be good. But Ochi, you know sometimes your handler is challenged, not you. Good girl. I like that she's looking around. She's not trying to get off. Ochi, ready? Let's go. Good job. Good girl, Ochi. Good girl. That's my young girl. She's only 15 weeks, maybe not even. That's a good girl. And she's already showing her prowess. Yay, good girl. That's my good girl. It's January 24th, 2012, and Ochi here. Wait, Ochi. Good. She hears her name when she takes off. Ready to go? It's our 8th treadmill session, and we've actually started on January 1st, so we've kind of spaced it out with her. Seats. And so she's not 4 months old yet. She'll be 4 months on February 1st. She's a little anxious because what we've been doing lately is reinforcing the treadmill by actually targeting towards it. Now she knows there's a target on the ground with some treats in it and she wants to go. So I'm going to let her go first. Wait. Target. And she is going to go to the target. Nice job. Good job. Of course, we get some chorus in the background. We wait for her to look up to us. Target. And then we put it back. Try to put it on the target. Good job. Now she's sitting on it. I won't do that. I'll just lead her away. Come on, let's go. Seat. Stay. And since she's so crazy about this game, what we'll do is we'll put the target on the treadmill. What's your target? Good job. And now we've got a puppy that really wants to go on the treadmill. So, since you're here, Ochi, good girl, we will actually get her ready for her target session. Treadmill session. I'll get it right. Good job. Starting out with positive reinforcement for being on the treadmill. Excellent. Off you go. So we have gradually progressed throughout the sessions, and we actually have gone 2 minutes. Now she's not perfect, obviously. Good girl. But she is walking a heck of a lot better than she was initially. So today what we'll try and do is get to 3 minutes. Walk, Ochi. Walk. Actually, I haven't done her in 3 days, so she's a little bit regressive. But that's okay. Good girl. Walk. We'll help her. Leave it. Good girl. Good girl, Ochi. So she wants to smell the treadmill so much, I'm going to let her do that because it's going to be highly uncomfortable for her to walk and be dragged. So eventually they figure out that the best thing to do is just to walk along because there's absolutely no correction or no dragging or anything like that. Now as a puppy, she's always tempted by all sounds. So, not unusual. I'm going to bump it up a bit for speed because she's obviously mastering this and needs to go a little bit faster, which is also another trick. Because sometimes it's going too slow and these guys wind up being bored and start doing other stuff instead of focusing on what they need to do, which is walk. So now I have it at 1.3, and when I started out at 0.6. Good. Nice walk, Ochi. Good girl. Good job. Walk. She will eventually learn to walk in the middle. She will eventually not want to go to the sides. And she is definitely starting to want to get on here. And her demeanor is definitely improved. She's definitely getting it, without a doubt. And now what we're doing is we're actually approaching on 3 minutes, which is the maximum we've ever done. So we're going to find a spot to quit. What I want to do is I want to see her walking and not yawning. Yes. And there, I'm going to end it right there. And now, she's always conditioned to getting a treat at the end, which really is starting to make this treadmill very palatable because, of course, treats in the beginning, treats in the end, lots of praise, and I will walk her off on a leash. Shh. Because I want her to walk off calmly and not jump off this treadmill crazily. So put this on. Good job. Sit. Excellent. Good job. And there she is, Ochi extraordinaire. Not even 4 months old. Nice. Leave our 9th treadmill session. Right, Ochi? Sit. Good girl. Stay. Ochi's our latest little star. She is not 4 months yet. Stay. She knows I'm loading up the target. Ah! Stay. Very good. Good girl. She has to wait. Look up at me. And again. Good job, Ochi. Good girl. Ochi. Yes. Ochi. Good girl. Seats. Yes. Stay. Let's go. Come on. That's my good girl. Oh, it's hard to get it. You know you're getting a little taller, so we'll give you a little bit more room. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Walk. Walk, good girl. Good job. So now we've reached the 1.4, roughly, I think it's kilometers per hour speed. She's more interested in other stuff, so I will increase the speed a little bit just to get her to concentrate on a tread. Good girl. She does occasionally get interested in that, but that's okay. I still want to get her used to being in the middle, but really now I'm fine-tuning. As you can see, by the 9th treadmill session, and she's still under 4 months of age, she's walking pretty well. She seems to have an interesting fixation on one handle there, but she's a puppy, anything will work. I'm going to walk by herself right now. Walk. Give her a little guide. She's currently up to 4 minutes. She's still learning. Got a long way to go. I'm going to increase the speed just a little bit to 1.6. Because maybe she has enough time to look around and do other puppy stuff. She will have more time to concentrate. Interested in the camera operator, are we? Good. Very good. Good stuff. Walk. Good. It's more like this. I'm going to start slowing her down a bit. Just to cool her off. Not that she's really warmed up that much. The slower it goes, the more interest she has in getting into trouble, obviously. So I'm going to just stop that. Shh. And there we are. Ochi and I, the treadmill session number 9. It is February 16th, 2012, and this is the 10th and final session that I'm going to videotape with Ochi, our recent rescue. She's now 4.5 months old. Sadly, today I'm all by myself, so I'll be finishing this series of training videos by myself. Ochi, sit. Good girl. So we are going to take her leash off. By now she's learned to stay. Very good girl. And I can actually try and link her up. She's ready to go. I'm going to give her a couple of treats, like I normally do. Good girl, Ochi. Good girl. Look up at the camera. Good girl. Alright, and now we're going to start it. Ready? Ochi, walk. So she's starting to know what that means and starts to expect the treadmill to work. Now initially she was only used to having me here on her right side. But right now, I have taught her up to now to go on both sides. I've actually have this treadmill at about 1.7. That's kilometers an hour, I believe. And she's used to now me walking around, which is really cool because it gives me a lot more freedom. I've got her up to about 6 minutes now. She can do various speeds. I have not had her running yet. I do vary the incline, so I do raise it a bit to about 1.5, 2 degrees. Nothing serious, but that always helps the back end improvement. I'm going to walk away from her and see how she does. Good girl, Ochi. Very good. Excellent. So from now on in, basically all it will be doing is maintenance, increasing the amount of time she runs and walks, increasing the incline, and just increasing the challenge. Now, Sonic, who is sitting waiting for his next turn, he does 30 minutes, 40 minutes on a regular basis. So it's not unusual to have them on the treadmill for about 30, 40 minutes once they're in full training. Helps on really bad days when the weather is pretty crummy, like it is outside today on a freezing rain day. You don't have to do that. Now, eventually I can let her do this off leash, but that'll take a long time still. I can do this now with Sonic, but Sonic's been doing the treadmill for 3 years, so 3.5 years. So this is it. She's 4.5 months old, and I can safely say that she is fully trained on the treadmill. As you can see, no matter where I go, no matter where I move, she continues to stay on. Good girl, Ochi. Good girl, Ochi. That's a good girl.